Hi guys, welcome to my channel Kathy Morton GH. Today I'm coming to you from my garden and we are going to be talking about how to start a successful garden on your own. Starting a garden can be a daunting task. When I was starting, I didn't know what to do. However, if you get it going, it's a really enjoyable hobby, something that I encourage everyone to take on. So I didn't know how to start, and I was thinking, should I do my garden in the soil? Should I have potted plants? So, I was kind of contemplating how to start. However, I did, and today my garden is growing beautifully. So I'm going to share with you tips on how to start your own garden. So you need to decide whether you want to grow your plants on the land or you want to have potted plants. I decided to go with potted plants, and there's so many ideas and so many things that you can find around the house to plant or grow your plants in. So you can have the traditional pots made of cement, or you can go with other non-conventional ways of planting them with things around the house. So I had old bathtubs in the house that I decided to use, and I found things like dispenser bottles that we didn't use anymore, anything that is deep enough to plant something in. So ideally I wanted my containers to be a minimum of 8 inches or deeper. For your plants to grow, you need good quality soil. And so if you have black soil at home, you can use your black soil. However, you could go to your local agri-mart once again and get soil for planting. If you're not sure of the nutrient level or the quality of your soil, it's advisable to add organic manure to the soil before planting anything. So I use compost. Compost is easy to make. I make it at home using leftover food and peels, and you let it sit for a number of days and then it starts fermenting, and then you see all these worms coming up. Worms are good because it helps to revive the soil. It helps to improve the nutrient quality of your soil. When I'm using black soil from my backyard, I like to sift through the soil. I like to take out any impurities. Sometimes you'd find glass, you'd find plastic waste, you find metals. I try to remove all these things before I use the soil. And then when I add my manure or compost, I allow the soil to sit for at least a week so that the nutrients will marinate very well in the soil before I plant anything in them. It's important to get the right seeds. So get your seeds from an agri seller or an agri mart and make sure that they're in good shape before you plant them. The next tip is to nurse your seeds. So even if you're going to plant your seeds in pots, it's always advisable to nurse them before you transplant them into the pots. And so I use a variety of material. You can find these materials around you. You can use disposable cups, you can use empty bottle containers, you can use empty sachet water wrappers, to put your soil in and then nurse your seeds from them. One thing you should know about these containers is always to make them porous, and so you can use forks or any sharp object to create holes underneath them and on the side so that it doesn't retain water. The water can drain out whenever you water them. And when you're planting the seeds, you can use a pencil or just your finger to create half an inch or an inch deep with the soil, and then you can plant your seed. Tip number 5, do not overwater your seeds, because if you overwater them, they might end up being rotten and will not germinate. And so you can water them every other day until they start germinating. And there you have it, guys. I hope that these tips are going to help you to create a beautiful garden as I have here. And one thing about gardening that you should know is that it takes a lot of time and nurture. And so if your plants are not doing that well, all they need is tender love and care. Next time, I'm going to show you how to grow a bathtub full of lettuce and how to get your garden going.